Hey, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Dean. I'm the dad.
I'm Laura. I'm the mom. I'm Crystal, and I'm the daughter.
And together, we are
Family Plot.
the three-headed beast that comes from the East. Okay, that works, except that we're from the Midwest, and there's two girls and a guy, and the girls are beautiful, so it doesn't quite work, but it's a thought I had.
Oh, okay. Well, work on it, and we'll come back to that.
Yes, I will work on it, and we will come back to it, because that is what we do. Well, welcome to another edition of Family Plot, episode 28. Now, in case you missed the various places I posted it, we were supposed to do the Warnell House, the James Warnell House here in Kansas City, a haunted location. We changed our minds. Now, we're still going to do the James Warnell House, just not this episode. It's been pushed back a ways. Instead, what we're going to do is what I'm calling internet legends. Stories close enough to be true that you can't really tell.
Okay, but I have to jump in here, because I'm Laura, and I'm the mom. And as the mom, I need to say, before we jump too far into this rabbit hole, as you tend to do, my love, I'm just saying, I'm getting the look, people. I am getting the look.
Are we calling each other out?
I'm calling your dad out just a little bit. Just a little bit. But before we go too far into this, we just want to say that we like our listeners. Most of you are friends, family, or, we consider you that at least. Don't do anything dumb. And, put yourself in harm's way. Because people start jumping into these legends and spooky things and stupid things happen when you're bored and stuck in the house with COVID. But we just want all of our listeners to stay safe.
Yeah. I feel like Delissa told me a story about when she had
We don't want to talk about what your sister's done. Again, we want people to stay safe.
Yeah.
And I have taken liberty on most of these stories of removing the details that would allow you to reproduce them. Because while there is certainly some argument as to the reality of any of what we talk about, just in case, I say safety is better than sorry. And so that's where I'm going to land. And obviously that's where we're going to land. So that's really the beginning of this story. Is where we need to begin, is that we have gone out of our way to keep you safe. If you insist on doing something stupid, yes, there are all sorts of things out there in the world that you can do. But primarily,
we just want to talk about these topics. We're not trying to encourage anyone to do anything that would cause them to be unsafe.
Exactly. And I apologize for the sound in case it gets left in, because my phone was connected to my laptop and I just unconnected it.
Not okay.
So there we go. All right, so
I love you, but no.
We've started the beginning of the show. Now, as I said, what we're going to focus on is what I'm calling internet urban legends. And let me give you a brief introduction. Some of these are old. Some of these are only as old as the internet at most. So the veracity of some of these certainly can be argued. But they fascinate me for various reasons. And so that is why we have chosen to do them. And I say we, but really I was like, ooh, I want to do this. And then I asked Laura and Krista, and they said, okay. So that's the way it works, is that I decide I want to do something, I ask them, they tell me I can or I can't.
Sometimes it's just better safety precaution that you don't let me tell you what you can or can't do.
Well, so we have about 4 or 5 legends, and they're tied, in fact, to other things that we will eventually talk more about, but for now, I just wanted to focus on the legends themselves. They have a wonderfully creepy flavor. They're perfect for dark rooms, dark nights, and scary stories. But there's just enough truth in them to make me worry. And so I will not be giving out details to certain ones because I don't want to have any part of the responsibility of what happens to one of our dear listeners if they do something they shouldn't. So I've taken all I can to prevent that from happening. So, that being said, we're going to start, but I think before we get all spooky, we should bring in the light a little bit. And to do that, I think Krista needs to tell us her facts, because I think her facts are going to be lighter and happier, and in some cases more pastel.
Oh yeah.
I like how
I liked that one. I liked that one.
So here they come. Her facts.
All right. Number 1.
Hey, you didn't tell him tonight what the facts are on.
It's actually about crayons.
Which is why the pastel thing was such a clever bit.
Uh-huh.
We'll let you go with that answer right now, babe.
Number 1. The first Crayola crayon box was sold for a nickel.
That one nickel, though.
I'm going to guess that was probably like 1890 or something like that.
Don't know, it doesn't tell me here.
Okay.
Did you see where it was sold, though?
Nope. Didn't tell me that either.
Okay. What's your next fact?
Number 2. Crayon labels were once applied by hand. Now that they have factories, they don't have to do that anymore. But...
Wow.
All those crayons, yep, those were once had their wrappers applied with the hand. So.
Wow.
I remember when crayons only had 3 colors, black, white, and gray.
That wasn't crayons, that was chalk.
I was teasing, Krista. We've never lived in a black and white society, so we've never had just 3 color crayons.
Yeah, well, I knew that one. Number 3. There are more than 100 Crayola crayon colors.
Yes, much more.
Yes.
There's a lot of colors.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4. Crayons have one of the most recognized scents in the nation. They're at top 18. Wow. The very first 2 was number 1, peanut butter, and number 2, pretty sure they said eggs or something like that.
Cut grass?
No, it wasn't that.
Gotcha. And what fact are you on now?
3.
3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
No. 5.
You're on 5? Boy, this went quicker than I thought.
No, hold on. Okay, very last one. You ready?
I'm ready.
America's favorite crayon color is blue.
Just regular blue?
No, they included 6 other shades of blue. Now, I apologize if I say some of these wrong. I don't know what I'm... It concluded of... Concluded... It included... Am I saying that right?
Included, yes.
It included of... Curlian?
Curlian?
Yeah.
Cerulean. Yeah, cerulean.
Cerulean, midnight blue, aquamarine, periwinkle, denim. I can't speak today, guys. Periwinkle, denim, and blizzard blue. And I'm sure you know that's how they made the giant crayon, the biggest crayon in the whole entire world.
Wow. No, I didn't, but that's awesome.
That is awesome.
They made a giant blue crayon.
Okay, so I'm sorry, but I do have to just get a little more Crayola information in here. Just because, well, I like to color. So...
It's mom time.
Just to add just a little bit extra in there. So... that first box of crayons that was sold for a nickel was 8 Crayola crayons. It was 1903, and the colors were black, brown, red, blue, purple, orange, and yellow, and green.
And no red.
I said red.
Oh,
Yeah, she did.
Awesome. So those are our colorful facts.
You're so cute.
It was funny the first time.
It's like I used to say when I was younger. He may not be the brightest crayon in the box, but he sure is colorful.
Well, that's what we get. All right, perfect. And now that we've gotten the colorfulness out of the way, how about we get back to the dark and creepy?
Yes. And we're going to begin our dark and creepy with the elevator ritual.
Let's cover over this with the black light,
Okay. We have a black light?
Color!
Oh, okay. Well, so we're going to begin, as I said, with the elevator ritual. Now, I'm sorry. I don't want to begin with the elevator ritual. I'm going to hold that up. We're going to begin instead with the hooded man ritual. Now, here's the thing about the hooded man ritual. Basically, what you're doing is you're calling someone to come and give you a ride. But this someone may not be a real person. So you're going to need a corded phone. Cell phone won't work for this. Got to be corded.
Okay, that's good because now
That's out the window.
no one that listens to this podcast probably can do this now. So
That had been tossed out the window. Along with the bat that I was holding there two seconds ago.
That's not true. I actually do remember the last time we had a corded phone.
Oh yeah, wasn't that like sometime around like a few Christmases ago?
Yep.
We had one in Merced for you kids.
Yeah, so I could talk to Serenity.
Yep.
If you don't know who Serenity is, she's one of my friends back from California.
Now, they say if you're going to do the hooded man ritual or the hooded man game, because it's called both, you need to perform a cleansing ritual first. Now, my own particular thoughts and advice, if what you are about to do is so creepy and dangerous that you have to perform a cleansing ritual and burn sage before you get going, it's probably a bad idea and you shouldn't go through with it.
Yeah, no.
Do the cleansing ritual, call it a night, order pizza, and be done.
That's right. Pizza's good stuff.
So, next thing you do is, once it gets dark, you shut all the doors, all the windows, draw all the curtains,